Today we are going to study factors and multiples. We are going to start with factors. To understand what factor is, let us take a number 20. Let us say if 4 is a factor of 20. To know whether 4 is a factor of 20, we must divide 20 by 4. So let us divide 20 by 4. So when we divide 20 by 4, we have to do 5 times. 4 times 5 gives 20. And when you subtract 20 from 20, the remainder is 0. So in this division, the quotient is 5 and the remainder is 0. So from this division, how do you know whether 4 is a factor of 20 or not? For the 4 to be factor of 20, 20 must be divisible by 4. So in this division, you can see here 20 is divisible by 4 because the remainder here is 0. So which means 4 is a factor of 20. So we write here 4 is the factor of 20. Now let us see another example. Now let's try to see if 3 is a factor of 20. So to know whether 3 is a factor of 20, we must divide 20 by 3. So when we divide 20 by 3, we do 3 times 6. 3 times 6 gives 18. And when we subtract 18 from 20, we get remainder 2. So in this division, you can see here 20 is not divisible by 3 because here we are not getting 0 as remainder. So it means 3 is not a factor of 20. So what we write here, 3 is not the factor of 20. From these two examples, how can we define factor? Factor can be defined as factor is the number that divides another number exactly. Now, is 4 the only factor of 20? No, 4 is not the only factor of 20. There are other factors of 20 as well. So let's try to find all the factors of 20. As we have learned earlier, 4 is one of the factor of 20 because 4 times 5 gives 4 times 5 gives 20. So you can see here 20 can be written as a product of 4 and 5. Similarly, we can find other two numbers whose products can give 20. So let us find those numbers. So for that we have to choose from these numbers. So let us see which two numbers being multiplied together gives 20. So we start with 1. So as you all know, 1 can divide any number. So 1 times 20 is 20. After 1, move to the next number. The next number is 2. Is 20 divisible by 2? Yes, 20 is divisible by 2 because 2 times 10 is 20. After 2, move to the next number 3. Is 20 divisible by 3? 20 is not divisible by 3. So we move to the next number, which is 4. Is 20 divisible by 4? Yes, 20 is divisible by 4 because 4 times 5 gives 20. Now after 4, we go to the next number, which is 5 here. But 5 has already come here. So now we have to stop here because we got all the factors of 20. So the factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. So these are the factors of 20. They are 1, you can see here the next number is 2, third one is 4, fourth one is 5, the next is 10, and you can see another is 20. So these are the factors of 20. 20 is exactly divisible by each of these numbers. Now similarly, let's try to find the factors of 48. So we'll choose from these numbers. You can see on the right side here. So at first we'll start with 1. 1 can divide any number. So 48. So 1 times 48 gives 48. Now move to the next number. After 1, the next number is 2. Since 48 is an even number, so 48 is divisible by 2. So 2 times 24 gives 48. Now after 2, move to the next number 3. Is 48 divisible by 3? You can either use the divisibility rules for 3 to see whether 40 is divisible by 3 or not, or you can actually divide here like this. At the side of your exercise book, you can divide like this by 3 to know whether 48 is divisible by 3 or not. So here 48 is divisible by 3. 3 times 16 gives 48. Now after 3, move to the next number. The next number here is 4. Is 48 divisible by 4? 48 is divisible by 4. 4 times 12 gives 48. After 4, move to the next number 5. 48 is not divisible by 5 because here the last digit is 8, which means 48 cannot be divided exactly by 5. Now after 5, move to the next number, which is 6 here. So 48 is divisible by 6. 6 8 is 48. After 6, move to the next number. The next number is 7 here. Is 48 divisible by 7? 48 is not divisible by 7 because 7 times 7 gives 49, which means 48 is not divisible by 7. So after 7, move to the next number 8. But you can see here 8 has already come here, which means here you have to stop because we have got all the factors of 48. So the factors of 48 are, you can see here, first one is 1, second factor is 2, and then we have 3 here, we have 4 and 6. Now another factor is 8, you can see here 8, and we have 12, here we have 16, 24, and at last we have 48. So these are the factors of 48. 48 is exactly divisible by each of these numbers. Now let's try to find the factors of 3-digit number 210. So we will choose from each of these numbers to try to say what two numbers product gives 210. So we'll start with, as usual, we'll start with 1. So 210 is 1 times 210 gives 210. Now move to the next number. The next number is 2. Since 210 is an even number, so it is divisible by 2. So 2 times 105 is 210. Now after 2, move to the next number 3. Is 210 divisible by 3? You can use the divisibility test of 3. So 2 plus 1 plus 0 gives 3. 3 is divisible by 3, which means 210 is also divisible by 3. So 3 times 70 is 210. Is 210 divisible by the next number, which is 4? 210 is not divisible by 4 because if you look at 210, here the last two digits are 1 and 0. 1 and 0 makes 10, and 10 is not divisible by 4, which means 210 is not divisible by 4. So now move to the next number, which is 5 here. Is 210 divisible by 5? As you all know the divisibility rule for 5. So here in 210 the last digit is 0, which means 210 is divisible by 5. So 5 times 42 gives 210. After 5, move to the next number, which is 6 here. So 210 is divisible by 6. Yes, 210 is divisible by 6. 6 times 35 gives 210. After 6, move to the next number, 7. Is 210 divisible by 7? 210 is divisible by 7. 7 times 30 gives 210. If you don't know whether 210 is divisible by 7 or not, we can actually do division like this at the side of your exercise book to know whether 210 is divisible by 7 or not. Okay. So after 7, the next number is 8. 210 is divisible by 8. 210 is not divisible by 8, so we cannot take 8 here. After 8, the next number is 9. Is 210 divisible by 9? 210 is not divisible by 9, so we'll skip 9 as well. So after 9, the next number is 10. So in 210, the last digit is 0. So it means 210 is divisible by 10. So 10 times 21 gives 210. After 10, the next number is 11. Is 210 divisible by 11? 210 is not divisible by 11, so we cannot take 11. After 11, the next number is 12. 210 is not divisible by 12. 13 is the next number. 210 is not divisible by 13. So after 13, the next number we got here is 14, and 210 is divisible by 14. So 14 times 15 gives 210. After 14, the next number is 15, but 15 has already come here. So which means we got all the factors of 210. So these are the factors of 210. You can see it has many factors. So you can see here now. Let me show you. So see the factors of 210. 1. Another factor of 210 is 2. So we have 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15, 21, 30, 35, 42, 70, 105, 210. These are all the factors of 210. So after factors, let us study multiples. So what multiples mean? So to understand multiples, let us take a number 5 and let us multiply 5 by natural numbers. So we are going to find the multiples of 5 in order to understand what multiples are. So at first we'll write 5 several times. Write here 5 several times. Now we have to multiply this 5 by natural numbers. So natural number starts from 1. So 5 times 1 is 5 times 2, 5 times 3. After 3, the next natural number is 4. So 5 times 4. After 5, the next natural number is 5. 5 times 5. After 5, the next natural number is 6. So this list will go on. So when we multiply 5 by different natural numbers, what are the products we get here? So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. So after 6, we do 5 times 7, 35. 5 times 8, 40. So this list will go on, which means the multiples are infinite. So look at the products, this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. These are the multiples of 5. So here multiples of 5 are 5. So the next multiple is 10. And after 10, we got 15. After 15, the next multiple you can see here 20. After 20, the next multiple is 25. After 25, we have 30. So as I said you earlier, multiples are infinite, so it is not possible to write all the multiples. That's why after you have written the certain number of multiples, you put three dots and you can stop here.